disaster must come. At best, only postponed. Shaolin Kung Fu, to survive, must now be taught to more young men.
Welcome once again to another episode of Fists, Kicks, and Flicks, the podcast about martial arts, movies, and life. I am one of your hosts, Eugene Plowden, and with me, as always, my podcast partner, Joe Hartley. What's up, man?
What's going on, G?
If this is your first time with us, I want you to know we are members of the Martial Arts Internet Network. And on Mondays, you got the Winner Circle with myself, and right now, Isaiah Gathings. Tuesdays, the Inside Scoop with Alex and Jeff. Wednesdays, you can get the traditional way with Brett Shumway. And Thursdays is Fists, Kicks, and Flicks with myself and Joe Hartley. For more information, you can check us out on all of our social media platforms. Just look for the Martial Arts Center Network on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, and Patreon. And don't forget about the main app, the Martial Arts Internet Network app. Joe, it's showtime. What's happening, man?
Hey, Gene, what's going on? I'm trying to fix this doggone static, man. It's driving me crazy.
Yeah, I hear it going on over there.
It's so ridiculous because I got this nice setup and it works for me every time, no problem. And then when I try to get things going, of course, it don't want to work.
Yeah.
I've been staying busy so far this month. Work is killing me. We're doing mandatory 10 hours, 12 hours some days.
Is that for the holiday?
It is, but I'm gonna be honest with you. Like, I knew this was coming because, like, we have been taking on more than what we should, and it was going really well, but they haven't been wanting to give out any overtime, and so you got all this extra mail coming in, and you're taking on all this extra stuff, and then you're not getting the allotted time or the amount of people to get it done. So they started having some efficiency managers coming in, and the efficiency managers are like, got a lot of mail that needs to get out. Like, you're gonna have to start dealing out some overtime. So they literally, it's mandatory right now, and I'm pretty sure they're gonna go 6-7 days, like real soon. Now, I don't think they can do that mandatory, but at this point, to get a little extra Christmas money, I'll go ahead and do it.
You're not gonna turn away any money.
It's just such, when you're busy like this, the day goes by quick. A 10-hour day isn't that bad. When I'm nice and busy, the days where you're trying to find something to do all day, even for 8 hours.
Oh yeah, that drags.
And I know, like, some people think the opposite of that. They're like, oh, but I'm the type of guy, like, I want to stay busy and I do my best to follow the rules. So I'm not just gonna go sit down and make them call me when the work comes. I'm gonna find something to do. So and that helps. And so it's one of those things where you just if it's easy like that, like, I'm just gonna do it. And then if I gotta take a day off, I'll just take a day off, because I literally get time and a half just for coming in on my days off. I could not work the whole week, but if I work a day off, it's time and a half. So I mean, like I said, that's easy money. If you're gonna take a day off, like, on one of the days you don't get time.
Right.
Oh, that's what a lot of people will do. So we'll see. So we'll get through this probably the end of December, and then they'll probably go back to a strict 40, which is fine, because then I got a little extra money, because I got Christmas, and then right after Christmas I got the girls' birthdays. And my oldest will be driving by her birthday.
Okay.
She got a little caught up in time-wise. She didn't finish everything she was supposed to in time, so she had to wait. After she got her permit, she had to wait a certain amount of time. So that'll be right around her 18th birthday. So she'll be driving that pretty much the winter all the way through graduation. But she's excited about. And the good thing is, which saves us, so her great grandma is moving here from Florida, and she has a brand new car that, like, she don't need anymore.
She's not driving.
She's gonna pass that off to her.
Okay.
I think it's an Equinox, which is a pretty decent car. I mean, it's a safe car, which I'm happy about. So
I got, you know what? I'll wait till we get off this stream and I'll tell you something about Equinox.
well, all I know is it's a bigger car than mine. So I'm kind of like, dang, my wife has had all the cars that I could fit in, and she drives. Like, she had the Jeep Commander when these kids were first born.
Mm-hmm.
Big old Jeep, like a tank. And I was driving a Saturn Ion 2. I was 6'3", 300-pound butt, and being smushed in this little car.
You remember Aspires?
Yeah.
Yeah. My uncle, he had, not my Uncle Rick, but one of my aunt's husbands. He had an Aspire, and he was like 6'3", 6'4", over 300 pounds. He pulled up in this little Aspire. I had a good laugh seeing him climb out that car.
I used to laugh about my Saturn, and then my brother-in-law, my wife's sister, married a guy bigger than me. He's about 6'6", 6'7", and he had the same exact car. And I looked at him, I said, "How are we driving these cars?" Now he's got a big old truck now, but I'm like, I told my wife, I was like, when I'm gonna save some money, I'm gonna drive this car for another couple of years, but the next car I get, I don't even care what it is. It's gonna be a car that my big old butt fits in.
I'm surprised you're not a truck guy. You seem like you would like a truck. I don't like trucks.
Gene, I would not mind driving a truck, but like a nice truck nowadays, like if I'm gonna get a truck, I want to do it right. But a nice truck nowadays, man, would kill me in gas. I need a V8 truck that I can haul stuff in, because that's the only reason to get a truck.
Yeah.
Moving stuff and everything, which my wife does all of that.
Yeah, and that's exactly why I won't get a truck. Because the last thing I'm going to have is people constantly asking me to help them move, or help pick something up, or to borrow my truck. And I'm going to let you get my car. No, I'm not.
My brother had a Ram, a really nice, beautiful Ram truck, V8. He told me the amount of gas he was putting in that car a week was like $120 or something like that.
Yeah, I believe that.
And I'm like, no way. I was like, dang, the monthly. Think about what that is a month, man. That's nuts. That's a car. That's multiple car payments. Like, I'm good. I can get by on the week with $20-$30.
I can't. Well, I drive around for work, so I can't. I probably spend close to probably about $70 a week on gas. Yeah.
No, our van is a gas guzzler, but there's an issue. We gotta fix something. I think the oil pan's messed up on that right now. Because I gotta check the oil on that weekly. But we found a fix for it the other day that's cheaper than, because they wanted like $700 to fix that oil pan. And I asked my guy, I was like, how important is that right now? But it looks like it's gotten worse. So I'm gonna talk to him again and see. There's a couple of quick fixes that we were looking at just to get by, and then maybe in a couple months I'll pay to get it fixed. But man, we left my father-in-law's the other day, and he goes, you guys are leaking something, right? And I'm like, yeah, we kind of knew, but I didn't know it was that bad.
So the oil is actually leaking out?
I think it's like a small little leak. Like if we were there for 4 hours, that was probably like well, I checked the oil the other day, and I was like, I need to go immediately and put some oil in this car. So I did that, and then it's good for now. It's holding, mostly holding. So I put 2 quarts in. I got to put another half quart, and then I'm gonna take it to our guy and see the best way to take care of it. Because I'm not gonna mess around with that.
Yeah,
that car will seize up, and that's the main car. So, but other than that, man, just working, taking the kids everywhere. My daughter, she needed a root canal, so over the last couple of Mondays, I had to take her to get to the dentist, and then she got a crown put on today. So I was running around doing that. And then my son and my daughter, they have they do a band concert at the high school with the 8th grade as a last concert of the year for the marching band, and then they turn in their uniforms, and so they do it combined. And why, like an hour before I gotta drop them off at the high school, my son goes, "Oh, I forgot my trumpet at the school." And I'm like, "Buddy, can we get into the school?" He goes, "I don't know." I'm like, "Well, let's hope." Because I'm like, "What happens if you don't show up with your instrument?" He's like, "Then they won't let me play." He's like, "It's 20% of my grade." I said, "Oh yeah, now you care about your grade."
That's funny.
I told him, "We'll make you a paper one at home, and they probably won't know the difference." So he got in and got it.
Good.
Other than that, man, there's no Michigan football to worry about, and then the Lions played good with Dan Campbell calling the plays this time. So we'll see what happens with that.
Man, that was a decent game, man. But I can't really get excited about that game only because the Commanders aren't that good.
And they didn't have their starters.
Yeah, so I mean, let us do something like that against Philadelphia this weekend. Then I'll feel a little bit better.
No,
But
I agree.
I hate when Lions, the people who watch the Lions and aren't really into football don't really understand that. They just look at all teams as created equal. And I can't really get excited about a win like that. Yeah, it was great that they won. I would have been more upset if they lost.
No, I get you, Gene. I understand exactly what you're saying. You know what was actually a really good game? Did you watch the Pistons last night?
I saw the highlights all day on TikTok. People have been posting, but
They had to come back. They were down by, when I first seen it in the third, they were down by I think it was 9 or 10.
Mm-hmm.
Then when it was 2 minutes left, they were down by 5. They tied the game, went into overtime, and they had to come back in overtime as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but the Pistons are something special this year, man. I never thought that I would ever see the Pistons win another championship. In 2008, when they lost to I think Cleveland in 2008, I said, okay, this is now the era of the superstars, and Detroit is not really a superstar destination. We rarely ever get a number 1 or number 2 pick, even though for years we were at the bottom of the league, and so we finally got Cade, and now he's turning it around now. So the last few years have been kind of rough, but now it looks like he's starting to put everything together, and we got a nice, solid team right now, and everybody wants to be here. So, I hope that, this is something hopefully we can at least get to the Eastern Conference Finals, and then we can rub it in Angel's face, because I know Angel's probably, yes, that's right, Boogs. We ain't forgot. We have not forgot all that bing bong crap you were trying to hit us with earlier this year. So Detroit revenge.
It'd be nice to see us get close, and then right at the trade deadline pull some kind of Rashid kind of trade.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
Just to get us over the top. And man, that'd be nice. So yeah, I'm happy, man. Even the Red Wings looking like right now, Detroit sports, man, even though the Tigers won out kind of quicker than I thought, but we're looking good right now. I'm happy with it. So
and that's all. That's all I really want. That's all I really want is for let us be in games. Let us be in the contest. I hate when Detroit teams are bad. No one shows up. No one even watches the games, really. Remember when the Tigers were bad?
Yeah.
And you will see Comerica Park. You will have a couple of people scattered throughout the park, but not many people are really there, So, but the Lions have been bad for years, and they still sold out Ford Field. This is a football city. People love football. They love the Lions. They love Michigan. They love State. So this is a football city and football state. So
for sure. What you been up to, man?
Man, last week, man, I was so tired, and I didn't really understand what was going on until I thought about the time had went back.
Oh yeah.
That's what was wrong with me last week. My body had not adjusted to us falling back. So I was wondering, why am I so tired? That day that you what was that, Tuesday night or something, and you said that you had came home and crashed or whatever. You're like, I worked 12 hours.
The second you said you had to help Champ out.
Yeah.
My wife was talking to me. We were watching something on TV, and I woke up and it was 9:45.
Mm-hmm.
And then I got the text from you, and I was like, Oh yeah, I didn't even get that until now. I'm like, I'm going to bed.
I was okay with that. I had not thought about the time had went back. I was like, why am I so tired this week? That's what it was, man. Oh yeah, we did. This was the first time I didn't have to go out for trick or treating. This is my first time, champ. Him and his friends, they really didn't. I guess they might have just went to a couple of houses in the neighborhood or whatever. But his mom took him this year. He didn't really, he really didn't really even want to go out. I don't even know if he's going out next year. So I didn't have to go, and Melissa didn't have to take her daughter out. She was with her dad. So we were home for Halloween. So we just, watched some movies on TV and just relaxed and chilled and make sure the porch light wasn't on. So no trick-or-treaters came by.
There you go. That's how you do it.
Mm-hmm. But on Monday morning, get in the car, start the car up, battery died. I was like, man, the damn battery. So we had to get DJ to school. So luckily, she has a couple of friends who live around the neighborhood. They were able to come and pick her up and take her to school. Then I ended up having to call a tow truck, and the guy came and he gave me a jump, and that was pretty cool. But I'm starting to wonder if it's time for me to get another battery, because this morning, because it's been cold here in Detroit the last few days, or maybe about a week or so. And this morning when I started the car up, it kind of acted like it didn't want to start up. And I was like, just great. I'm probably gonna have to get another battery, because if I got to get this thing jumped again, that means I got to get another battery. That battery's gonna be dead. So hopefully that's not an issue. We'll see what happens in the morning when I get up. And you know what? I didn't work today. Today's Veterans Day, and I didn't work today. I didn't really know that I had the day off. This is the first time I've ever had Veterans Day. I mean, I don't work for a federal organization or anything like that. I've always worked on Veterans Day, but I was reading every Monday, my job sends a newsletter out of what to do for the week. And I saw that it said company holiday on 11/11, and I was like, company holiday for what? And I was like, I know it's Veterans Day, but why do I've been with this company for over 3 years now. I've never had Veterans Day. I thought it might have been just a typo or something, So this morning I get up, I get on my my stuff for work and say my good morning, and the whole Slack channel is just dead. Nobody's talking, and I'm checking different channels in Slack. Nobody said anything, so I just went ahead and text my manager and said, "Hey, we working today?" And he texted me back maybe about an hour and a half after I sent that message. Now I didn't even go out to work. Something said don't go, and I'm glad I did, because he responded back by an hour and a half later. He was like, no, we got the day off. I said, okay. I thought something was funny, and then he said that this was, since our company just got purchased, this is the parent company's thing where they give us this holiday off. I said, sweet, okay, cool. So I got to stay home and relax. I wish I would have known that in advance. I would have had some stuff planned to do today. So I didn't really get too much of anything accomplished. So that's why I text you, and they hit me late to text you, because you had today off, right?
Yeah.
If I would have known that, we could have just jumped on the stream and knocked this podcast earlier today.
Yeah, I was done with the dentist around like 10:30, 11. So yeah, I would have just jumped on.
Yeah, we could have got it over with. So that's when so I was sitting on the couch, and I was like, I told Melissa, I said, you know what, I should text Joe to see if, I was like, he's not working. Let's see if he wants to knock this podcast out right quick. So she was like, go ahead. So yeah, actually I just did that because there's a lot of, she tried to give me a honey-do list today, and I was not in the mood. Now that I got a free day that I wasn't expecting. I feel like doing.
I told you that's what they do. They do. That's, men and women are different, man. My wife tells me all the time. She's like, she comes home after a day off. She's like, what'd you do today? I was like, you already know what I did today. I didn't do squat. It's my day off. You think I just sit home on my day off? I was like, that's your choice.
Exactly.
Like, you would rather come home after working and do some stuff? I was like, no, but I'd be more okay with that than being like, it's my day off. Just let me chill.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So I got ready to go to jujitsu this afternoon. And one thing about my school, I get a chance. We have a calendar, so we know what classes we're going to have today. Now I'm a 4-strike white belt now, so I've taken the class that's offered today. I've taken it at least 4 times already. So I didn't want to do this class again today. It's not comfortable. It's a headlock counter. So somebody gets you in a headlock on the ground, you gotta know how to get out of that. And I know how to do it. It's just not. I'm not really flexible. So it's not an easy class for me to do. And I'm like, you know what? I'm probably not going to do this when I'm rolling anyway. Not this particular drill. I'm not going to really do this. So I think I'll pass. I won't go today. So I can't even go to class tomorrow. We got a meeting at 11 a.m., which is the class on my Monday and Wednesday and Friday schedule. We have classes at 11. But tomorrow I have a meeting at 11, so I'm not going to be able to go to class tomorrow. So I guess Thursday, Friday, and Saturday is going to be my jiu-jitsu days this week, so that'll be fun. You know what, man? I was thinking about something. I was thinking about the Karate Kid, and I've been waiting a week. So I was going to tell you this last week. The Karate Kid franchise, I feel, dropped the ball because they could have had another hit with the Karate Kid.
Yeah.
And 1993 or 4 is when they put out the next Karate Kid, right? The perfect person who should have been the next Karate Kid should not have been Hilary Swank. They should have got Ernie Reyes.
Okay.
He had just did Surf Ninjas. He had just did the Turtle movie, in the early 90s. He could have been the next Karate Kid. That definitely would have sold. And you probably would have got another trilogy with Ernie Reyes as the next Karate Kid. And I was like, man, that was a missed opportunity right there. I wonder if someone ever said anything to him or if they ever brought something like that up to him.
But I think the idea of the next Karate Kid was to make it a female lead.
Nah, they need to do it.
I didn't say they needed to. I'm just saying I think that was what they were looking to do because it was right around woke culture was trying to start tearing its head, and so they were just trying to appeal to another audience. I'm not saying they did.
Mm-hmm.
It was kind of and I mean they could have done better with that too. I mean the storyline itself didn't even really line up.
But I believe if Ernie was in it, it could have been something special. It could have been something.
It would have definitely been interesting for sure.
Yeah, definitely. So that was a missed opportunity. Other than that, man, I've just been working, teaching, just taking it easy. That's pretty much it, man. Well, let's talk about this movie. We're talking about KO. Joe, I saw this movie twice.
Me too.
Only reason I watched it the second time is because we were supposed to do this last week and we didn't. And this week I really didn't know it as well as I did last week. Now, last week when I first saw this movie, the first 10-15 minutes of this movie, I was checked out. I was not enjoying the first 10 or 15 minutes of it because I don't like movies where they give you a lot of information, but you don't know who these characters are and you don't really understand what is happening at this moment. You don't know. You don't know anything. You don't know what's the purpose of the scene. You just see stuff happening, and I instantly was like, I think it was the first 15 minutes. Melissa walked in the room and I said, I hate this movie already. First 15 minutes, I
didn't care for the movie at all. To be honest, it was all right.
After the second time, I finished watching the first one and I said, okay, I see what they were trying to do. I get it. But the way this movie started, I wasn't feeling it. Now when I watched it the second time this week, it was all right. It was okay, especially now the beginning of the movie, I understood it a little bit better. But I hate movies like this where you have 3 different scenes that's setting up the movie. And you don't know these characters.
Yeah.
You don't understand what's going on this one scene. You got another scene with a guy that's he's in an MMA match. and he kills someone, and then the next thing you know, they go to the girl, and I was like, what's happening? It's like everything is all over the place right now. So, but I eventually finished the movie. I got it, and it was all right. Now, did you know who the main character is? Do you know him? So he's in the UFC.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, Cyril Gahn. He
Makes sense.
he just fought like 2 weeks ago. He fought for the heavyweight title,
Okay.
and he accidentally poked Tom Aspinall in the eye.
Oh, that was that fight?
That was that fight. That's him. This is him.
Oh, I
Yes.
didn't know that. That's
Yes.
stupid because they were saying like, I don't know, that's a dumb way to win a fight.
Well, I don't know. So at one point in time, if you couldn't continue and you had a belt, you lost the belt in the UFC. But they didn't do that this time. So Randy Couture, he fought Vitor Belfort, and I think Vitor poked Randy in the eye, and Randy couldn't continue, and I believe Vitor ended up getting the belt, and he had the belt. But with this one, they didn't do that. So I think Tom Aspinall is still the heavyweight champion of the UFC. Now they might do a rematch, they might not. Who knows? Dana said that they
want to try to do a rematch quicker than normal because like nobody wants to win a fight that way.
No. So, and there was a lot of controversy. People were saying that Tom could have continued to fight, and but who knows? I mean, you get poked. I mean, it doesn't take much, man. A damn eyelash in your eye, and you're feeling a little awkward. Now, I saw the poke. Like this dude, like he was almost knuckle deep in his eye. That's how far that and he poked him in both eyes also. It was just he had his hands open, and he was pushing his hand out, and the fingers went to the eye. So, I mean, it's MMA. Stuff happens, so. But let's go ahead. Let's get into the movie, man.
This movie starts off with a fight, and the main character, like you said, I don't remember what his name is in this movie.
Bastion.
Bastion.
Mm-hmm.
He wins the fight, but during the fight, he kind of gets real aggressive and slams the guy, and he kills him. He's dead. And then the mom and the son were there, and this is his legacy, I guess. And they show that, and he's upset and everything. And then we get, I'm assuming, a few days later, and it's at the funeral, or it's at the house of the funeral, or something like that. And this dude shows up. How do you think you're gonna show up? I get you want to pay your respects. I get you want to say you're sorry and stuff like that, but you got to let some time heal. Like, you can't just show up for this kid and this mom and be like, oh, I apologize. Granted, the dad knew what he was doing. When you get in a fight, you take this chance. They sign waivers for this.
Yeah,
I'm not saying it makes it right, but this is the kind of stuff, this can happen. Anything can happen.
Yeah, exactly. But when do you apologize or pay your respect to the family? Because if you don't do it right then and there, you're gonna kind of get looked at as an asshole. Like, damn, he killed him and he didn't care. He didn't even say
that. I don't know about that. Like, it's a fine line to cross, because that wound is still fresh for them.
Yeah, you're right. But like I said, but if you don't do it, you're gonna get looked at as an asshole. Like you don't even care. You don't.
But
so,
I mean, all he got for his effort was a sucker punch from the kid and the FU from the mom, which you kind of expect, because I mean, we're in this situation because of you. So,
well,
in their eyes,
yeah, I get it. They're hurt. Yeah. They're upset. I get it.
So then, I mean, literally right after that,
but it's MMA.
Yeah, right after that scene, then they jump 2 years later, and we see, a situation. There's a guy, he's running away from somebody. He's being chased. He gets cornered, and we don't know who he's being chased by. He's being chased by some crazy guy in a mask.
they were like ninjas.
Yeah, it was really odd. And then a couple other guys show up, and I mean, they basically just mess this guy up and kill him.
No, they beat him up.
Yeah.
We see him later. He shows up later.
I thought this is the one they killed.
They do kill him, but they kill him later in the movie. They didn't kill him
I
right here.
at this point where they
No. This guy got killed. He was the same guy who they wrapped chains around each one of his arms, and the guys were on the bike.
Oh yeah, you're right.
And then ripped him apart and then shot him. Yeah, that's this guy. He's a drug dealer. Basically, I'm just skipping ahead. He's a drug dealer. But at this time, we don't know. We don't know nothing about this guy.
Well, they go from that scene to they're kicking the crap out of this dude. See, at that point, I just thought like if he wasn't running away, I just thought he was like getting initiated into a gang or something.
I didn't know what was going on. I didn't know if they were trying to rob him because they didn't set it up any type of way.
Yeah,
we didn't know anything. That's what I'm saying. I was lost.
But then we see a police raid, and is it in the same spot where they beat the crap out of that dude?
Yeah, it was the same spot. Yep.
So I mean, like, what drew them here? Do we know?
Someone heard shots and ended up calling the police because it goes from we see an exterior shot, and it was nighttime, and then it just snaps and it's daytime all of a sudden, and then the police are there. So, but I think they were talking to some witnesses or something, and people heard gunshots, and I'm assuming that's who called the police.
Now this looks like it was some kind of foreign film because it was dubbed more or less.
Now you know what? I didn't get that for me. I didn't. It was good as far as the mouth. I didn't get it till about 20 minutes. I was like, is something off? I'm thinking something was off with my TV or the internet.
No. It was dubbed, but it was really well done.
You know when I really noticed it? When they went to that apartment complex and it was some black kids sitting outside. Their voices did not match them.
No.
I said, "Oh, this is dub. That's what's going on. This is dub."
So they show up, and there's somebody had been murdered, and they were talking like they enjoyed this. So I mean, we got to assume it was the same people that were beating the crap out of that guy, but it wasn't that guy that was killed. It was someone else.
No. So, yeah, you know what? It was the guy who got his neck slashed. We see this when the boy tells what happened because he was up in the rafters. So that's where the blood belonged to. It wasn't the guy that got beat up. The guy that got beat up was there. This here happened.
This kid was a CI, right?
Yeah.
And so that's the son of the guy who died.
Yes.
At the beginning. Okay.
Yes. So all of that blood, the kid eventually tells the police what happens, and we see the flashback. And that there was another guy there. He gets his neck slashed, and then the kid, he's up in the rafters. He knocks a penny down or a coin or something. Everybody looks up and notice that he's up there.
They didn't show that because
they didn't show that at this point. This is later.
Female cop as a CI, and then I think her partner or someone showed up, and he took off.
Yes.
She didn't get the story yet.
No. I'm just explaining to you.
No, I got
where all of this blood came from at this thing because we didn't know what the hell was going on.
What was the kid's name? Leo?
Yeah, Leo.
So Leo obviously has changed his life after his dad's death.
Yeah, he decided to be a drug dealer.
Yeah. But also at the same time becomes a CI somehow. Maybe to stay out of trouble, I'm assuming.
I think that he probably got busted and the police were using him. They were using him to get information.
So they pan back to Bastion, and he's waking up and he's having a nightmare about killing the guy. So I'm assuming even after 2 years, it still haunts him.
That's understandable.
No, I get that. Yeah, I mean, anytime you take someone's life, even if it's not on purpose.
But what I did not like is the next thing they do, they show him going to work.
Yeah.
And he's like working in a salt mine or something like that.
I don't even know what it was. He was kind of to himself for the most part.
Yeah, it was weird. It's like, why? You can't get another job doing anything else. You can't get a job in a gym training someone else or
No, his
being a
biggest
personal
thing is
trainer.
something. Maybe he just wanted to get out of that life.
Probably. Now that you're probably right about that, but mine and salt, and they didn't even explain it. This scene could have been cut off. We didn't really need to know. This has nothing to do with the rest of the movie.
I said the same thing. So Leo's mom shows up at his place. Now she had talked to his trainer to find out, and the trainer even said he might not even be there. Like, we don't. That was the last he was 2 years ago. He might have moved, but she finds him, and this is someone you hate.
Yeah.
Why? What makes him the person you come to go find your son?
This is stupid. That's what this is. This is stupid because number one,
he's not a private investigator.
Exactly.
He's not part of a police team.
Exactly.
He's not a detective.
Exactly.
He's not a former military guy.
100.
Like, he's
why would you go to him?
A former MMA guy who killed your husband.
And that's the person.
You're like, you owe us this.
Yes, that's the person you're gonna go to.
I was like, it's an odd request.
Yeah, I was like, I was so checked out at this point. The first time I seen this movie.
Now, if he heard about the son and felt obligated to go investigate, but her coming to him being like, you have to do this because you killed my husband, it took me out of the story completely.
I was like, you guys don't like me. Why are you coming to me asking me for help?
Yes.
Your son hit me. You don't like me either.
And
why would I do this?
She gives him like a memento that the son recognizes later. She says it'll bring him luck in finding the son. It's such a stretch to build a story on, and it just really took me out of the story.
If you're gonna do this, then instead of having him be a salt miner, you should have made him be a private investigator.
Yes.
Easy. That it would have made more sense at that point.
Just giving him any kind of job that would have made it like feasible to understand why you're talking to him about this. Not just, hey, you're big as hell, go find my son.
Yeah.
That's what she was saying, basically.
It didn't seem like it would have been different if the dad and Bastion, if they were friends and they had to fight each other and he accidentally killed them. Then the family, he's close to the family now. I'm looked at as an uncle to the son. But this made no sense as to why he would even do it.
The son was getting into drug dealing. Was Bastion a former drug dealer? Like, anything could have helped this, but none of this made sense. And the funny thing is, like, he pulls up to this spot on the bad side of town and basically walks up to this group of guys and says, see that bike over there? If that bike is missing, I'm gonna blame you and I'm gonna take it out on you.
Yeah.
And they're like, okay, sir.
Yeah, exactly.
Junk about him when he pulled up.
Yeah. And this is when I noticed that, this is a dub. This is a part of the movie because these kids outside, the voices that they used in them did not match how they look.
Oh man, it was a mess. So he pulls up and the lady cop was at the same spot investigating. And she pulls a gun on him at first, but when she realized,
I think her name was Kenta, right?
Yeah. When she realized that they're kind of on the same team, more or less, she's not privy to letting him help out because he's not a cop or anything, but she is trying to see what he can give her on top of what she already knows. And then they do get something from the guys outside, like a name.
Yeah. So basically, the mom tells Bastion that, okay, Leo has been staying with his cousin in this particular city. Start there. And so that's the apartment he goes to. He goes to Leo's cousin's apartment. And when he gets there, it's been ransacked. There's blood splatters. There's definitely been, conflict in this place.
Yeah.
So when the cop goes in, like, she didn't know if Bastion had anything to do with that.
Oh, she could have shot him and that would have been the movie.
She's already a little off.
Yeah.
She got an attitude. She doesn't really seem like she likes a lot of people. She seems like she's a loner. She could have easily just, pistol whipped them or shot them or something.
Well, and they both got bad tempers, and we'll see that later. That thing killed me. Like one of the scenes, he really lost me on this one scene. That was done. This next scene, I don't even know who these people are. I guess these are the gangsters. They're beating the crap out of some dude, but who is this guy? This older guy, was he the one that they were kicking earlier?
Yeah, this is the guy from the beginning of the movie. Yes.
So they're looking for a drug shipment.
Yes, he is. Yes, he is the drug dealer that Leo was working for.
Got you.
The kid. Yeah, that's who this guy is.
So they're looking for Leo. Leo has the drugs.
No, Leo does not have the drugs. Leo, they're so basically these guys are taking over this guy's drug operation. That's what they're doing.
Oh, okay.
They're taking over the drug operation. So they wanted to know where his drugs had been stashed. So they know that he had a big shipment come in, and they wanted to know where he had been keeping them. Now they're looking for Leo because they know that Leo saw them that other night and kidnapped him.
Yeah.
And they know that Leo saw them kill that other guy. So that's why they're looking for Leo, because he's a witness.
So they're him and the lady cop, they go to the hospital for whatever reason, and she's trying to figure out what he has to do with all this. Like, how does he? And when he tells her, of course, she's like, just as flabbergasted as the rest of us.
Right.
Like, okay, whatever. And she's basically like, you know what? You can sit this one out. Like, I got this.
Yeah, I'm the cop.
Leo's my informant. I'm the cop.
So basically, we missed the part. So basically, the guys that were sitting outside watching Bastion's bike, they told Bastion and Kenta that there was a fight in the cousin's apartment, and the guys beat him up really bad, so he's at the hospital. So that's why they end up going to the hospital to check on the cousin and hopefully find out where Leo is.
Before they went into the hospital, though, they show the gang now passing out photos of Leo, and basically putting a $10,000 reward on anybody that finds him.
I mean, my thing was, how did they know who it was? He was all the way up in the rafters, and he accidentally knocked over something, and then he ran away. Like they showed the distance. I could barely make out these people, what they look like. There's no way in hell they should have been able to make out him, and knew nobody knew he was there, because he was not supposed to be at the meeting. So the guy that he worked for, I don't remember that guy's name, the drug dealer that got kidnapped, he didn't even know Leo was there. So nobody knew he was there. So how do you know to look for Leo? That didn't even make any sense.
So this is the cousin at the hospital, right?
Yeah.
So the lady cop goes and talks to the cousin, and he's in bad shape. And she don't really get much out of him, because he says he told them he didn't know, and they still continue to beat the crap out of him. So I mean, this is pretty much a dead end at this point.
He tells him about Leo's girlfriend.
Yeah.
And he says that her sister works at a club. So he points them in that direction. That's why they end up going to that club, because they know that the girlfriend's sister works at the club. So they figure they're going to go talk to her, find out where his girlfriend is, because she might know where Leo is. But that's all they got out of the cousin.
I mean, it's something. It's a lead. Yeah. Something. Yeah. Now, the crazy part is, two guys show up at the hospital, and this is where, like I said, we see her temper, because we don't know her motive in all this. You just think she's a police officer, but she has ties to this gang through her brother. They killed her brother, and so these two guys show up talking junk, and she does the right thing. She walks away from him at first, which I thought Bastion was going to hop in, but instead they mentioned the brother, and all of a sudden we see her crazy come out.
Yeah,
she busts her little nightstick out, and she goes ham on both these dudes, breaking arms, smacking legs, beating the crap out of this dude, to the point where Bastion had to come and hold her back.
Yeah, let's go back up a little bit. So a couple things that happened, and I just remember. So Leo approached her after he saw the killing.
Yeah.
Because he was her CI.
Yep.
So he contacted her and said he had to get away. He needed help. When he met up with her in a garage. And once again, this happened. We didn't know what the hell was going on at the beginning of the movie when we see this part. And then, so he's talking to her, and then a cop car pulls up, and she says they're not with me, but he runs away. So she went chasing him, but she didn't know what the hell was going on. So that happens. Also, the brother. So basically, the comment about the brother. This gang, she has been after this gang for a while, but her superiors have been telling her to leave him alone because she blamed this gang for killing her brother. And not just blame, they did it, but she couldn't bring them down. So she had been on a mission to bring them down, but the other officers have been looking at her like she was obsessed with this gang.
Oh,
so yeah. So when they mentioned her brother, they said, say hi to your brother or something like, and that was it. She just snapped and, like you said, just beat the crap out of these guys. It was a pretty funny scene to me. And
right.
And I like when the doctors came out of the hospital and they said, call the police. And Bastion was like, oh, the police are already here. She's a cop,
Yeah. She's doing a great job.
Yeah.
Oh, man. I mean, you know what? Most people would just be like, you know what? I'm going to leave this situation alone.
Even if you're Bastion?
Not Bastion, but the doctors or they were. This gets her in trouble at work, obviously. So she gets thrown off the case, or she gets suspended, thrown off the case. One of those.
Mm-hmm.
But of course, now she's just gonna look to Bastion to help her out.
Mm-hmm.
Because she don't got a collar, a leash anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Now he's already off, doing his own thing. So now she's just like, okay, I guess we can just work this together. Since technically I'm not a cop anymore.
Mm-hmm.
At least for this case, I'm not.
Man, to me, this thing looks like it's getting dangerous. And if I'm Bastion, I'm not doing this. You're risking your life for what? Like, I would have told her, like, listen, lady, you got to go to the police or hire an investigator. Like, I am not skilled to handle this. Bastion, this whole movie, we don't even really see him with any weapon.
No.
He's doing hand-to-hand combat this whole time for the most part.
And MMA is not gonna get you, like, you're not gonna get into too many bar fights and win with MMA. I'm sorry, you're just not. That's not what it's for.
Yeah, not by itself.
You need like actual martial arts and self-defense skills more so than just MMA to go in and win a fight. Because MMA, you're looking to, that's a one-on-one fight.
Mm-hmm.
If you got 4 or 5 guys, which he has multiple times, this movie has multiple guys coming at him. I'm sorry, some of the stuff he was doing is just not, it's not going to work.
Yeah, people were just waiting for their turn to attack him.
Yeah, it was, and that's the thing. So this next part is crazy to me because we see Leo and hiding out, and he's literally looking out the window at the gang passing out pictures of him.
Mm-hmm.
At that point, man, I'm hiding in a closet or something. I'm not sticking my head out a window. You got multiple people. I mean, somebody just in that building had to see him in and out of that building.
Man, he could have cut his hair or something.
He's even saying they're putting up posters of me. Like, dude, you need some help because.
And they knew his first and last name. I was like, how do they know who this kid is? Like, he's just a street kid. They don't know him.
I don't even know, man. So of course they walk into this club, and the sister don't give them a warm welcome at all.
She doesn't even know. I mean, she doesn't know these people.
Yeah, but she don't want nothing to do with it either.
Did they ask her about Leo? Or was but they're just trying to approach her, and then she kept running away from them.
They tried to, and she said, "I don't know who the hell you are. Get away from me."
Yeah, exactly.
She grabbed her and said, "It's important," and then of course Bastion tried to jump in, and then they got to throwing her out, and then Bastion jumped in and said, "Listen, man, we just want to talk. That's it." And so he called his people over, and they basically threw them both out. And then they beat the crap out of Bastion. This is what I'm going, dude. You're some badass MMA fighter, and you just let these 4 dudes in suits or whatever just kick the crap out of you? It made no sense to me.
I mean, there were multiple guys. I mean, it's.
I understand, but it's almost like he let them beat the crap out of him. Like,
because he got up later,
trying to be a pacifist.
Yeah,
and like he's taking his penance, because when they get outside, you're not gonna. I don't care what I did in a past life. You're not 4 guys ain't gonna kick the crap out of me, and then I'm gonna have to go full Hulk just to come back. That's what happened. He let these dudes were kicking the crap out, like ghetto stomping this dude outside. He could have been hurt, severely hurt.
Yeah.
And then he goes.
He should have been.
It made him snap, like he did in the ring when he killed the dad, and all of a sudden he walks back into this place like Frankenstein.
Yeah, he goes crazy.
People that he isn't beating up are screaming and yelling.
Yeah, I'm surprised more people didn't jump into this fight.
I wouldn't, after some of the stuff he was doing.
I mean, he should have been overpowered. Like, there's this big club, it's like a huge club. There's only 4 security guards. Yeah. That's it.
I know. I said the same thing.
Like,
he also got stabbed in the.
Yes, he got stabbed
in the stomach.
Yeah,
and he just looked like it was a fly.
Yeah.
Like, you're not Superman, bro. Come on.
Oh yeah, and it didn't even bother him later in the movie.
Well, they cleaned him up.
We'll get to that later in a minute.
I know. And I felt like that was a Jean-Claude Van Damme clause or something.
Yeah. Because I was like, man, I've had leg cramps and ain't been in the movie. So he got stabbed. He got stabbed in the solar plexus, and he still was like, oh, it's party time. Come here.
Now this fight scene was pretty, because I was after the beginning. There was really no fight. Other than that girl, with her billy club, but I was just waiting for some more fight scenes. So this was a decent fight scene. But like I said, he was just boxing and jujitsu,
slamming, doing some slams and stuff.
Yeah, like you got to have a little more than that, bro. In my opinion. So, they get a little bit of information out of the sister to figure things out, but they still, they're still working at what they can do. And like you said, she ends up taking care of him now.
Well, she comes back into the club with a huge gun.
Yeah, it wasn't a gun; it was like a beanbag gun or something.
Yeah, and she blasts this guy like through a door or something, lays him out.
Yeah, those things they're like non-lethal, which she shouldn't have had that if she's not with the police anymore. So
it was just in the back of her trunk. It was hers.
That's what I'm saying. That you turn those in at the end of each day. So she shouldn't have had that, but I guess it's a good thing she did, because homeboy was about to get messed up. So she cleans him up at the house and everything like that, and then I guess she felt like she needed to blow off some steam.
That's exactly what she needed. She met him earlier this morning, and now it's nighttime, and she just watched him get done fighting, and that turned her on.
And so, well, that and his shirt coming off, I
guess. Yeah. She was like, "Oh, let me try this out,"
because he wasn't even on that train of thinking, and she was the aggressor.
Yeah. She needed some, but
even after that, he was kind of like, "You just met me today, like, dude, just do it." What guy talks like this?
Well, a guy that just got stabbed in his solar plexus.
Oh, well, there's worse.
And
off the pain.
All they did, like, this dude should have been losing blood. I don't even think we saw any blood.
I said the same thing. I'm like,
I don't think we saw any blood. And he
just
put a Band-Aid over it. I mean, a bandage. Like, okay.
So I don't even know what was going on.
Yeah.
I think this next part is what you were talking about, where they basically, is this a cop, a dirty cop that they're talking to?
So is this a part where the
Where
what part are you at?
they're gonna kill the guy, they're gonna
Mm-hmm.
pull him apart with the
Mm-hmm.
bike. But
Oh no. This is another drug dealer. So they were basically saying, hey, you got your neighborhood, you got your street. We're gonna let you keep your street.
okay,
But
they're
instead,
negotiating.
yeah, well, they not negotiating, they were telling him. They said, okay, you're gonna keep your street, but instead of getting your drugs from where you used to get it from, you're gonna get it from us now. And that's why the guy was like, why should I work for you? And then that's when they bring out the other drug dealer and then rip him apart and then shoot him. Once again, we never see this other drug dealer ever again. We didn't even need to see this part. This meant nothing. They just showed us him cleaning up his um competition. But what was that guy's name? I don't even remember the guy's name now. The main guy, the name of the drug gang started with an M. Hold on, let me see. Let me see if I can find the cast.
Well, either way, the next day they go and they actually find Leo, and they work on bringing him somewhere safe. But of course, the second they get outside, they got trouble. And Bastion sends him, the girlfriend.
Manchur.
Okay, sends them off, and he takes care of the trouble. But in the process, he almost gets himself killed because he takes care of 2 on a bike with a machete. But then there's like 25 more coming up on his butt.
And he just ran and shoulder tackled them. They're riding the bike at him. 2 guys on the bike, and they got a machete. He runs at them and just shoulder tackles them and knocks them off the bike.
Now he runs away, and he was about to die.
That was funny.
The police show up, so she must have called her people before she went and got
okay.
Leo.
Okay. So they ended up finding Leo. So they went.
She found him first, and they found him at the same time together. Is that?
Yeah, they found after. So basically, the sister gave up some information. Said, "Oh, I know where they're at. They're at my, my place, or the girlfriend's place." She told them where they were at, and then they went there, and they met up with Leo and the girlfriend. And Leo, once again, he had an attitude. As soon as he saw Bastion, he had an attitude. I was like, "Oh, fuck it, I'm out of here." Then, like, I'm not dealing with this no more. You know what? You don't want to. I told your mom I would find you.
He did.
For you. I'm out.
He did soften up a little bit when he saw the bracelet from the mom.
Yeah, but that was at the police station. Me personally, Eugene Plowden, I wouldn't even got that far. I would have said, "Hey, call your mama. I did my part." Get on this best possible. You're not wrong. Nah. So that's when, at that point in time, they knew, the bad guys knew where he was, because I think they talked to the sister. And a sister told them, also told the Manchurs where he was, or told the police. She told someone. So the police were all, so the bad guys were also coming to the apartment. So that's when they knew, okay, you got to go. Leo did not want to go, but they even said, like, look at your girlfriend. She's scared.
The squirrely guy at the police office with the goatee.
Yeah.
He was dirty, right?
So there are 2 guys in the police station. One of the guys was Kenta's partner.
Yeah.
And there was another guy who, it seems like every cop movie, there's 2 cops that are friends, and then there are another 2 cops that we work together, but we always go back and forth with. So that guy was the bad guy.
Once Leo showed up, he made a call, and then that's
okay. So
all the calls to go out and empty that police station was.
Yeah. So, but that wasn't the bad guy. That one wasn't the bad guy. That's what they were leading us to believe. And we saw him make that phone call, right?
Okay, that's what I thought. So they got me with that.
Yeah, because they never said who he was calling.
True.
Because he had just got done talking to the captain. He came out. We saw him place a phone call. They got him, like you said, he's acting all squirrely and nervous.
Yeah.
And we are being led to believe that there's something up with him. But it wasn't him. It was the guy. It was the cop that Kenta had been fighting with and arguing with the whole time.
Yeah.
That's who the bad guy really was. So Leo was scared of the police because Leo knew that the gang that he worked for had a cop on the payroll. That cop betrayed Leo's gang and joined up with the Manchors. That's what that meeting was about. That Leo had saw.
Okay,
but he never got a good look at the guy. He just knew that he was a cop.
Yeah. So they sit him down and then Leo down in the interrogation room. He's telling what he saw, but then all of a sudden, so the police have this board.
I like this part
of the city, and slowly but surely, there's phone calls coming in, and each little board that has a yellow dot is going red, and you see this whole board light up. So basically, the gang wants to come get Leo, so they start clearing out the police station.
They start having shootings all over the city.
Yeah, until the point where ain't nobody there but Bastion, Leo, and Kenta and her partner,
and the captain. And that was pretty much it.
And even during the interrogation room, they don't know what's going on. And then all of a sudden, they hear a gunshot, and they come out and they're like, "What's happening? Where is everybody?"
Well, also, hold on. Leo also tells Kenta about there being a bad cop.
Yes.
And then that's when Kenta looks at her partner, and he's looking crazy as hell. He's looking weird. And then he says, "Well, you think it's me?" And then the other guy sitting next to him stabs him in the throat.
Yeah, that was messed up.
Yeah. And then, but he said he had to. He was like, they told me I have to kill him, but we can't have any witnesses. So he's going to kill Kenta. He's going to kill Leo. And he's going to kill everybody in there and get the hell out of there. That was his plan. But then when he goes to kill Kenta, she shoots him. So he's out of there.
At the same time, all this is kind of going on. Leo did tell his story that you were talking about at the beginning. And then, like you said, the betrayal happens. And then Bastion kind of starts going, after he calls the mom, Emma, and tells her Leo's safe. It turns out Leo's not so safe anymore.
Right.
He got to save his butt one more time. So, like you said, her partner gets killed, and now they got to get, again, Bastion still don't, like, this is the point where you should have picked up a gun, my guy.
Yeah, exactly. And and at some point, I think he does, but he doesn't do it a lot. Like, he barely shoots in this movie. He's just fighting the whole time. And the girl scene here, when the gang finally gets to the police station and there's shooting going all over the place, like the captain gets shot up.
Yep.
I don't think he makes it out of it. He shouldn't have, the way he got shot up.
Yeah, I don't think so. I mean, they never showed it, but
yeah, they never showed him get back up, and they didn't seem like they cared about it later at the end of the movie. They didn't mourn him or nothing.
Well, Kenta helps set some cover fire so Bastion can at least get behind that armored door, and then she shoots the controls out, and then they're basically figuring out the way they can escape, because you're not going to take on a whole gang with just the three of you. I don't care what you say. And then she starts grabbing a vest for each of them, which he tells her because apparently he's bulletproof. No, you can have the vest. This dude, such a sucker. And they're trying to get out, or at least set a distraction so they can get out and get away and figure things out here. And of course, Leo's freaking out. Where's Leo's girlfriend during all this?
I don't remember.
Sister, they weren't there, so hopefully they got out.
They were at the police station, but I don't know.
They just never, they didn't take them with them. Like, what the heck?
No, we didn't see them.
Bastion bomb rushes the guy with a big old gun, which that was dumb. Kenta ends up in a bad situation where dude has her by the throat.
She should have been dead the way he was beating on her.
Oh, 100%. But
she should have been dead. Oh, I'm sorry. Kenza is her name. Kenza, not Kenza.
Close enough. She takes his knife and stabs him in the eye. But like you said, he had her.
Oh no.
He was choking her for like a hot minute.
Yeah, that wasn't her. That wasn't his knife.
That
was her billy club. She popped her club out.
And she stabbed him in the face with that.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. She popped it out and then rammed it back into his eye. And then she grabbed onto his arm and she ran toward the wall and made him hit the wall in his head and to push the club through his eye socket to the back of his head.
Good Lord.
but she shouldn't have been able to do that because she was getting beat. She was getting thrown around. I believe she got stabbed. She got punched. She got choked. How she was still able to do that to finish this guy off? And he was the leader of the gang, the mentor. That's ridiculous. She should have been dead. Yeah. I thought she was going to be dead when he threw her through the window.
She picked up some of that Hulk power when she was loving on
there you go.
So they go to the end and everyone's happy now and everyone's friends. And
Bastion had his fight too. He had a fight with the second in command, which is weird. This is a big guy who just carried brass knuckles, and he just kept knocking everybody out with brass.
That fight was the quickest fight, and it was supposed to be the boss fight, but whatever.
Yeah.
I mean but in a fight like that, like
he should have had to kill him.
More skill should have won anyway. So
he should have had to break his neck, snap his neck. The way he beat him, I thought this guy was going to pop back up because I'm like, that can't be it. That can't be the end of this guy. But it was because he didn't get shot, he didn't get stabbed, he didn't fall off something from high elevation or nothing. He just beat him up and he was done. All right, I'll take it.
So what do you think about this movie?
And then at the end, we see Leo and his girlfriend on a dock, and his mom comes, and then Bastion and Kenza are just looking at the sun, and that's the end of the movie. So, yeah, man, I'm gonna give it a C-.
You're right on. I was saying C-. Like it had its moments.
And it did. Yeah,
there. The storyline could have been better, and they needed some better fight scenes.
Yeah.
I don't know if maybe just like the translation. Sometimes these movies like that, because it was top 10 2 years ago, I think it said on Netflix.
This movie came out in 2025. It came out this year.
Well, they said it was a top 10 movie overseas, so I'm like,
maybe okay.
Translation was poor on our end or something because
maybe okay. So I got it. So it's new for us in America. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know, man. When I read about it and I seen it, and I was like, maybe just we need a better acting.
If you watch this, you're gonna have to just take our advice. Watch it twice. It's going to make sense. It's going to make more sense the second time you watch it, and you might enjoy it a little bit more. Yeah. But me, I'm gonna give it a C-. This is not a movie I'll probably watch again ever. I have no reason to. I mean, unless I meet an actor that's in this movie or director. But I have no reason to watch this again. But I'm not gonna kill it. I'm gonna give it a C-. What? And you giving it a C- also?
I'm good. I'll just give it a straight C.
C. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Cool. Let's see. What are we watching next?
Okay, I kind of forgot about this movie. It's been a minute since I've seen it. The martial arts in it is pretty good. The storyline's a little interesting. Like, I don't know. You might like it, you might not. It's called Chocolate. Now when you look it up, you gotta look it up as Chocolate martial arts movie because there's like 2 other movies called Chocolate and they're not.
Yeah, I'm about to say it doesn't Brad Pitt or something do a chocolate or chocolate or something.
It's Tony Jaa's sister.
Okay.
And I think they took her mom or something like that, and she's on a hunt to get her mom back. Now the end fight scene is real interesting because what she has to do to beat this guy has a quirk that she has to overcome, and the way she does it is real interesting.
All right.
So yeah, I'm interested. I haven't seen this in a while, so don't kill me if it sucks.
All right, so we watched Chocolate. And on Superflix this week, we're going to get back to doing Superflix. Back to the Future Part 2. That's our movie this week. Back to the Future Part 2.
I like that one, but the ending of that I kind of forgot about, and it killed me.
Oh, that's interesting. Let's record that tomorrow, man, because I might need to go to take a jiu-jitsu class Thursday night. So
All
let's do that tomorrow.
Sounds
Okay.
good. Yep.
So make sure you guys listen to Superflix to see our review of Back to the Future Part 2. And check out our review of Back to the Future Part 1 also. Anything else, Joe?
Oh man, I'm good.
All right, everyone. Stay safe, stay strong. We'll holler at you next week. And I will play our music.
Disaster must come. At best, only postponed. Shaolin Kung Fu, to survive, must now be taught to more young men.